Bye. So yeah, I was just trying to find out if you want to join, just hit the request and we can talk about, no, not share. If you want to request to join, you can request to join. And if you have a business that's been affected by coronavirus, if how you've been affected, just a mental, physical check-in to lay eyes on my friends and family and see how you're doing. So yeah, you can also catch me on Ablazing Radio Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. MoMo in the midday with your midday reggae mix, where we have a good time listening to reggae music because we love reggae music. And I also have a weekly show called Community Voices, which is heard also on Ablazing Radio, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with DJ Firebones 592 Sound, straight out of Guyana. And we play all kinds of music because it's for the community. And before coronavirus, we would talk to different people in the community, hearing their voices about what kind of services they provide, anywhere from nutrition, fitness, and health and wellness, politics, dentistry, podiatry, health, wellness, and fitness, all of those things. So keep it locked, download the free app, or you can log on to the website. But yeah, this is Quarantine Talks, as we talk coping with Corona, hearing many voices of the community. I was supposed to talk with, there she is, she's there. There she is, she's finally there. So Darlene, just push the request button. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Push the request button, girl. I see you. It has to be one there. Because, see, I didn't see you before. So now I see you. All right. So, certified mediator, life coach, motivational speaker, and owner of Super Love Forever, Miss Darlene Williams-Prades. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. It says we're waiting for her. Come on. Yes. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Right. I had to go do something wrong, but that's okay.
Oh. Well, we're not going to be on here long, okay? I know what it is, so we're not going to be on here long. So
just one little, it's superior love forever.
Is that what I said?
You said super, but that's good too.
Superior love forever.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, we had to figure this thing out. I'm tenacious when it comes to, I can't.
Me too.
Now, here's the thing. You're still not showing on my laptop as live. But that's okay. I got you, Miss Beautiful. You're doing good. You're doing good.
I'm like you, Miss Darlene. I was not giving up. I did not want to give up. I stayed on here. I'm so glad that it worked out. Listen, there is power in prayer, right?
There is absolute power in prayer, but there's also power in tenacity.
Tenacity, right. I was going to say that too.
You got to keep pushing.
You got to keep pushing. So I was letting everybody know, and I hope some people come back and keep on joining. I thought about these quarantine talks and coping with Corona, talking with the community, friends and family about how we're dealing with this thing, what we've been going through, and, just laying eyes on each other, a mental, physical check-in, basically, to say, basically, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Darlene?
Well, this thing has been going on now a little over 8 weeks. I FaceTime my daughter every day. Mm-hmm. But because my sons are in different countries, I can't FaceTime them. So we kind of do this instant message thing back and forth.
Okay.
With my team that I work with, we're using what's called MS Teams. That's on Mondays and that's on Fridays. So we see each other just to kind of do a check-in. And with everybody else, I just call.
Okay, old school.
I make a normal phone call. It's been, for me, it's been a little devastating. I mean, every time I turn around, it's something. I got a call this morning, and one of my longtime girlfriends, we've been friends for about 45 years. Her guy just passed away on Mother's Day.
Oh, wow.
So, and it was a coronavirus moment. So, it's kind of like, okay, and I just had a conversation with another girlfriend in Florida. What they're not showing on the news is they're putting people on the side of the cemetery and putting lime over them, but they're not putting them in the ground.
We've been hearing a lot.
Said.
Yeah, we've been hearing a lot of stories that's kind of mind-blowing. But when you first heard about coronavirus, the novel coronavirus, COVID-19, as it's adaptly known, what were your first thoughts?
It didn't faze me. I kept going to work. I kept taking my train to D.C. I kept going to my office, and it took, I was in the office myself and another coworker, and we were having this meeting, and my boss says, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm sitting at my desk." He said, "I need you to pack your things and get out of the building." I was like, "I'm fine. No, I need you to do what I asked you to do." Okay, so I grabbed my coworker and we packed up our widgets and we left, and been at home ever since. His fear was somebody within the building is going to have this, you're going to have this, and then we're going to have problems. And his fears were founded because somebody in the building did have it. So they recovered, but they had it just the same.
So even, once you heard that, you didn't really pay any attention to it. I mean, once you didn't pay attention.
It wasn't that I didn't pay attention. We have had so many. We've had Ebola. We've had SARS. We've had, AIDS. We've had all of these things. And it usually takes about 6 to 8 weeks and we got it under control. Not this. We don't know what we're dealing with this. This is, I don't know, this is some other word. I call it the ninja. But I talk to people, I call it the ninja.
Yeah, it's like that. It comes silent, deadly,
you don't know
dark. You don't know when.
You don't know if it's day or night. Yeah. All of a sudden, a brother shows up. You wake up the next day, and you're like, "Ooh, I don't feel good."
Yeah.
And then you're like, "I'll take some Tylenol." "Ooh, wait a minute, that's not working."
Yeah.
Oh my God, And now they have this new thing where the children are getting Kawasaki. And I'm like, whoa, yeah, that's a whole nother level. That's you're mixing different types of viruses together to create a monster. Yeah. And it's taking children out. Yeah. So when they started off with, this only affects this demographics of people, I think this was a guess. And now they're finding out, this is a leveler. This thing is an equalizer. I don't care. It is just like AIDS. Yeah.
I say the same thing, Miss Darlene. I literally said the same exact thing yesterday to a friend that it's almost like AIDS. You don't know how to protect. Well, with AIDS now, you know how to protect yourself. But the fact that in the beginning, you didn't know where it was coming from. At first, you thought it was just one demographic. You thought it was just one nationality. And now this thing is all around. It is global. Everyone in the U.S. outside is being affected by COVID-19. And you talk about your sons and your daughter being away from you. I wonder just how is, as a family, as a whole, and because you're in respective areas, how you guys are coping and dealing with keeping your sanity and unity as a family.
As I said, we do constant check-ins. One of my daughter-in-laws is actually a nurse of an elder care facility. So every day she's out of the house. My sons are in the military. One of my daughter-in-laws is in the military. I'm fortunate enough that the other daughter, she was working in trauma care. And she came out of trauma care to work for Verizon. Now, that doesn't make it any better because now you're still around people. But for her, it made me a little bit more calm to know that, okay, well, you can do Verizon from your house. When her working at Duke Trauma, she was at touching around these people. That's where she was going to be. So when she made the shift, about 2 years ago. And at first she thought, damn, I made a mistake. And I was like, you didn't make a mistake. Something this way comes. I don't know what it is, but it's coming. I said, and you don't need to be there. And sure enough, she did not need to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we text a lot more. We call a lot more. Like with my daughter, we FaceTime. We FaceTime a lot because we're both working from home. And so we both FaceTime. And, I'll get on my iPad and walk around her house, or we'll do a cooking show. Well, Mom, what's on the menu today? Well, today's menu, and I'll lay out all my stuff, or I'll help her do, well, what should I cook today? Well, today you should have orange mandarin salmon with ginger sauce, and she'll lay out all the stuff, and I'll give her the directions, and she'll have her iPad up, and we'll do it that way. So we're staying connected that way. With my friends, it's the same way. It's always on the phone, or we're on FaceTime, or we're on Skype. We're doing something that makes it more personal.
Yeah.
Because I need to see you. I can hear you.
Yeah.
But I can't tell from hearing you if you're really not sick and you're faking me out.
Yeah.
So I want to see the body language, and I want to see how you're sitting, and if you look lethargic and all those other things. I want to know those things. So it makes it a little bit easier for us. I think it's hard for me because everybody's in different spots. And none of those spots are spots I can actually travel to. I can't go to Germany right now. Even if I could, I don't know if I want to get on a germ bullet. They don't really sanitize a plane, so I'm just trying to figure out what their real precautions are.
Yeah. Now, you talked about, even though your family is away, you guys have some great coping skills and great family activities that you are doing. What other kind of things can you suggest to families out there on bonding activities, ways to not go crazy, ways to keep your sanity, as well as learning new things about each other?
Well, I have 3 granddaughters.
Oh,
and they're
nice.
9, 11, and 13.
Oh, okay.
So it's really interesting that 13-year-old just got her first phone. I'm like, okay, so today we're all going to play Scrabble, but nobody can cheat.
Right.
As you know, if you're not in the room with me, you can put your camera on pause. I can't see.
Right.
So we can't do that. So each one of them have an iPad because we bought them each one for Christmas. And we've set them all up where we link them. So I can see what's going on that board from a distance.
So don't even try
it. Do my side. But I will set their pieces up on my side when they call it out. And they'll set their pieces up on their side when I call it out. The other thing is you can link up playing video games. Now, I have never been a video game person.
Either.
But now that I know, well, now if you do this, you can play video. Oh, okay, I can beat y'all.
They shouldn't have told you that.
And with my sons, we have a whole different thing that we go through. One of my sons is into quantum physics, and so we're always trying to figure out a problem together. Nice. My other son, he's over there doing his thing in Europe, and he's about something totally different. And so we're talking business, and what his future looks like when he retires. And let's set up a plan for you and your wife. Or this is how much money you need when you get out to get what you want, to get your franchise or whatever you're doing. My daughter and I, we build dream boards online together.
Okay.
And so we will share our dream boards and we'll reach those goals. Some goals we do together. Some goals are individual goals. And she helps me through that. And I'm a 24-hour day mom. Don't call me after 11 o'clock because I ain't talking to you. My kids can call me anytime. And I will turn the lamp on. I leave my iPad on. I leave it plugged up because I don't want them to see the little bitty thing. If I have a bonnet on, they don't care. Because realistically, if you were staying at mama's house,
that's how they would see you. Exactly.
Look, you're going to get your dude messed up. I paid for this.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't pay for this. I couldn't because I'm not going anywhere to mess with my hair. But the fact is, I can do hair, so I don't worry about it. And they're like, "Oh, Ma, your hair looking good, Jamel." Like, yep. Because see, I don't have nowhere to go.
Right.
I can play it and say, "Well, I think it looks a little better like this today," or they'll see it in twists or whatever. And I say it's the same thing when you guys were growing up. Yeah. That's how you make it. You make it the same way when they were growing up. If your mama wore her bandana or her bonnet, do the same thing. Yeah. And just FaceTime your kids. Spend more time learning how to make your phone work or learning how you make your laptop work or whatever it is that's going to bring them closer to you. Also, I've been giving empowerment speeches to different women. And I'll call, I say, hey, get your friends, and we're going to have a champagne night. And get your favorite beverage. Okay. We're going to go online. I'm going to do a Zoom, and everybody got their favorite thing, and we'll pick a topic. Pick a topic. And, some women, one of the things that I actually gave to an sorority out in Pennsylvania was life, work, and intimacy. Okay. And I explained, I said, you meet this man. And you fall in love with him, or you don't. And you have kids with him, or you don't. But at the end of the day, you start with you. You're ground zero. Yeah. Okay? And as a woman, we give out more than we take. And so I try to teach women how to just start there. This is where you start. Find time for you. Start out giving yourself 15 minutes every morning. If that means you have to get up early so nobody else is around you, and just be. Yeah. You don't have to take a shower. Just be. Sit. And some of that, part of that is self-care. You are a certified mediator, life coach, motivational speaker, owner of Superior Love, specialize in wedding ministry, meditation. Just so much. And I was going to ask you what life coaching actually looked like before you went into that, which I'm sure is so much more. And, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And with this 24/7 news cycle of coronavirus, people wanting to be informed, people being misinformed, listening to the trash that is spewed by the current administration. I like to call him the local dumpster. Okay. He is, it's ridiculous, the things that we are being subjected to, the lies that we are constantly being told, how, there's this off the cuff, maybe we can ingest or inject, Clorox or, disinfectant. And, the people knew I was just playing. What kind of things do you do outside of, the things with your family, to just kind of keep that mental equilibrium going? And what do you suggest to the community that they can do? One of the big things that I said, for me, let me start there. Yeah. For me, life coaching actually started about 10 years ago, where I was coaching myself to kind of get out of a headspace that was negative. And I said, what tools do I have? What can I use that I don't have? Because everybody doesn't have the efficiency of money. Okay, yeah. Some people have a job that just pays them where they're living paycheck to paycheck. And that was the set of people I want to cater to. People who, they don't have $10,000 to go sit with a therapist, but they can afford to go, okay, if you give me, X amount of time and X amount of tools, my tools became, I need to focus and I need to meditate. I need to clear out all the garbage. What can I do? And so I began to research, how can I do that efficiently and effectively? I looked on YouTube and I said, what can I do to clear my mind? And I may have went through 20 or 30 different types of meditations. And I found that for me, ambient sound, so the sound of the rain, the sound of a thunderstorm, just the sound of this what they call white noise, is very, very calming because your mind is nowhere and it's there. And when you're listening to the rain, physically, actively listening to the rain, your mind isn't thinking about anything else. Yeah. It is, oh my God, I mean, this water is coming down from up there in such a capacity that if I go outside, I'm going to have to change some clothes. But why is it coming from? Oh, wait a minute. Because it's renewing the earth. And water is the beginning of life. So when you start looking at that, I started to sit still, put my earbuds in. I would get up at 4 a.m. and I still do. I've been doing this now for quite a while. I get up at 4 a.m. I put in my earbuds. I have a particular sound that I listen to, and it is called winter rain, where the snow is melting. And so the water is going over a waterfall because the snow is melting now. It's a waterfall. And you just listen. And you will not believe how much inner peace 15 minutes can give you. And what I began to do is I made a plan. And I said, from now on, I'm going to make this grow. So I went from that 15 minutes to 30 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
And so for an hour, I just lay in my bed. And that's all I listened to. I learned how to do it when I got up in the morning, where I would set the alarm, because if you don't, you'll go back to sleep.
Right.
You will go back to sleep. But at night, when you need to bring it down, you just do the same thing. When I talk to high school students who are preparing to go to college, I have several YouTube casts that I play for them, one is called Inky, and he's a football player. And something really bad happened to him. He was supposed to be paralyzed for the rest of his life. But if you read his story, he made a comeback.
Okay.
And when he came back, he let people know, you got to get out of here and get up there.
Yeah.
Because that's where it all comes from. Everything you got came from up there. It is not you who made you a pro football player. It's not you who made you a celebrity. It's not you who's doing anything. Everything that you have came from God. And if you don't reverence that, you will lose it.
So when you're meditating and you're sitting still, are you thinking about anything?
No. I absolutely clear my mind.
Darlene, listen, I have tried meditation, and I'm going to be honest. Like,
it's hard.
My mind starts thinking about this, and I got to clean out the toilet, and it's just like, so how do you get back to center? How do you bring that thought back? Is it in the breathing? Is it just the emptying?
It is in the breathing. And now, there you go. And see, now, you start off, you have to breathe. And once you get that breathing started, focus on that breath. I need you to take in a deep breath and let it out at count of 4, 3, 2, 1. But see, you're still listening to the waves. So you have two things that are now occupying your mind. And every time you find yourself drifting from that, start breathing again and focus on that 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm not going to say it was easy. I've had clients who are like, oh my God, what? No, I need you to unpack the list in your head of I have to do this. And I need you to think, if the world were coming to an end tomorrow, do I want to think about all this, or do I just want to be calm and be at peace? When I talk to my children, I will tell you, I used to be that mom. They would tell me, oh, Mom, I fell, I broke my leg. And Mom would go off the rails. Oh my God. No. Now, they say stuff like, well, yeah, somebody fell and she sprained her ankle. Or I was like, okay, well, let me talk to Samaya, which is the oldest granddaughter. I said, okay, are you sitting down? Yeah. Okay, I need you to get real calm because we're going to do some breathing. Close your eyes. And I will walk her through that. I'll put some soft music on in the background so she can hear it and I can hear it. And I said, I need you to close your eyes, and you're working with Nana, okay? I got you for 20 minutes. Okay, Nana. I said, you trust me? She said, yes, I guarantee you'll be fine as rain when I get done. We'll do a little breathing exercise. She'll listen for a little while. Her dad said, well, I don't know what you did, but she looks fine now. I said, yeah, she's fine. But it takes time. I can't, I'm not going to lie to anybody and say, oh, this is so easy.
Yeah.
Because I have one of those washing machine minds where it don't turn off. You have to learn that you're in control.
Okay.
That's what I had to learn. I had to learn that by years and years of not listening to other people tell me that, but tell myself, I'm good enough, slow down. This is not a race. What are you racing to? Because the cycle is You were born, you live, you die.
Yeah.
That is a cycle, right?
It's called the evolution of life.
That's it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I preach this. I preach this religiously. You do not control time.
Yeah.
Ever. So you don't know when your life is going to come to a screeching halt. You don't know what it's going to be like when it comes to a screeching halt. And it doesn't matter whether it's your fault or someone else's. It is what it is.
And you know what, Miss Darlene, it's what's happening right now is real with coronavirus. It's taking a mental toll on people. You know, we are having friends and family that are affected. Some are recovering, some are not. Couples are stressed out because some people are working, some people are not. Some people may be getting unemployment benefits. It may not be enough. They don't know that they can call their creditors and, do these things. Minds are blown, right? What kind of advice can you give to married couples on just how to hold strong and
now married couples are an interesting set of beasts. Number one, if they're not a couple who was accustomed to spending a lot of time together in the first place, they're going to start working each other's nerves.
Gotcha.
But here's what they also learn. They're going to find out about each other.
Yeah.
Because see, it's just like when you send your child to school. Okay, for that 8 hours, your child is gone and you at work. You don't know who that child is until that child gets home and that child's somebody different, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with a husband and wife. You go off to D.C., they go off to Baltimore, and when you get home, well, it's about dinner and hi, honey, how was your day? And blah, small talk. But when you have to work in the same house,
and
it's all day, you're gonna find out some things.
Those walls start closing in.
Well, what I do with couples, which is really interesting, I put them what's called a love dare. It's a 40-day love dare. It is all based in Christ. And I've had a lot of couples call me back and go, man, we are finding out so much about each other. I said, much you didn't know before you got married.
Now, they might be finding out these things, but give us just a couple of suggestions on how they can do that love dare to understand that, of course, this is just a suggestion. In some cases, it's going to be much more than just, putting the toilet seat down and putting the top on the toothpaste, right? It's going to be much more than that. But, and also with the increase of domestic violence, right? Because the walls are closing in, we got all this stuff. Give us a couple of tips on, how to do this love dares, a couple of suggestions on how to work through those conversations.
Everybody has to be on board. That's the first thing. Because it's actually written. It's a book. It's a book. And I send it out. I send out the pages. And each day, you are supposed to do something loving. Each day. And it's supposed to be intentional. So a good example of that is we're in the house together, and this is a COVID thing. If I know my mate, he's not a homebody, I make this more fun. So say on Friday nights, he's used to going out with the fellas. Okay, here's what I've done. My couples have laughed, but it worked. You dress up in a suit. You pour some shots in a glass. You get your fake cigars, whatever you want to make them out of. And you say, hey, man, what we doing tonight? I was like, what? Yeah, I know you used to going out with the fellas, so we're going to do this right here. But, of course, there's a twist because I'm your wife.
Right,
see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
you do those kind of things. Or take her out to dinner. Look, she in a whole nother room. Well, you stay in your office. You work in the room. I'm going to work out here. Set up the dinner table, cook a little meal. What you doing? No. You in the office. Step in your office. Set up some candles for her, and then y'all have candlelight dinner. Just surprise her. Or fix her a bubble bath. Things that keep the romance going, but it also keeps down tension. Because I'll tell you something. Intimacy eliminates a whole lot of problems.
Can you talk about intimacy in the fact that not like physical intimacy, but
not physical intimacy. Okay, we're not talking about that. We're talking if I'm at home, and he's at home. Well, rub his shoulders. How's your day going? It looks a little tense. You want to talk about it? No, babe, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so think of other suggestions. But he's going to talk about it. You just got to figure out a way to do it. If this person is one of those people where he gets really hyped up, we can still go out for a walk. Yeah. Let's put our mask on, hey, it's lunchtime. Let's go take a walk together. You know, if you own a home with a yard, put a blanket out. You can still have a picnic in your yard. Yeah. That is still intimate. You can still go walk down the street holding hands. Yeah. Take a jog together. Work out together. These things are still intimate.
Yeah.
And it relieves tension.
Yeah.
If he's a kind of person where he works out and you don't, hey, I want to join you for a workout. And work out with him and be intentional.
Yeah.
And be honest about that. Do not patronize him because he will know or she will know and work out. Or, like I just told a couple last night, I said, well, what do you guys usually do? Well, we usually go to the movies. Here's a suggestion. You have Amazon Prime? Okay. You have Hulu, all that stuff? Yeah. Pop some popcorn because you can still go to the store. Pop some popcorn, get his favorite, whatever treat, whatever his drink is.
I said, Mike and Mike. Yeah.
That's it. Dim your lights, honey. Boop. Movie night.
Get your blanket. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the person talking behind you.
Hello.
Okay? You don't have to worry about the screaming child because you do that when you put them down.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you have your movie night.
Yeah.
There it is.
So let me ask you, have you been...
Sports? Do a game night, girl. ESPN still works.
Yeah, it does. And you can sit and learn about some things.
Help that man put on his favorite jersey and help him cheer for his team. Heck, I took a T-shirt and drew his favorite jersey on there. It's your favorite team. I said, here, we can really watch the game. This is your jersey. This is what we got.
Yeah.
You know, there are so many things to do. I will tell you that Amazon Prime still works. You want something? Go get it. Order it.
Yeah.
Get creative. Father's Day is coming up. Make him a card. Make him a card. Don't buy it. You don't have to worry about touching stuff. Get the stuff. Order it on Amazon. Construction paper. Whatever you. Make him a card. Get creative. Don't say, "Well, I don't know how to write a poem." Girl, please.
Right.
Use a cheat sheet. All you gotta do is type in "poem for men" on Google and print that joint out.
You can find out everything you want to know, right?
Look, I'm telling you, there's ways to do everything. But
talking
one thing
about,
you don't want to do is complain.
Yeah.
This is not his fault. This is not your fault. This is through nobody's fault. We have no control over this.
Yeah.
But what you need to recognize, and I keep telling people this constantly, you need to recognize you don't know what your time limit is. Because this thing is ravishing everybody. True. A good example, like I told you, my girlfriend's husband, he passed away yesterday on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even sick. So he didn't go through I'm going to cough, I got a fever, I got that. No, he didn't do any of that. He just didn't wake up.
Wow. And then that's another part of this whole coronavirus that we're going to go through, because then friends and family are at a shock because now he's gone. Only 10 people can mourn his loss together. Mm-hmm. Change a lot of things.
Washington. Mm-hmm. So that now you're saying, are we going to drive for 3 days, or are we going to attempt to take a flight and just be covered from head to toe? And then when you get here, you still have to go on 14 days quarantine.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Which kind of defeats the whole purpose. Talking about like when do you go out? I heard you say you haven't been out, but do you go out for essential items, or do you?
I will go to the grocery store. Usually when I go to the grocery store, I have a girlfriend. She makes masks, so I have masks that she made for me. I have one that she made for my daughter. My son's like, "Don't send me that," because by the time we get it, hopefully it's going to be over.
Right.
Because they're in Europe. But I will go to the grocery store, but I have to really need something. With my daughter-in-law, I told her, I said, I love you with the love of God. So on Tuesday, I'm going to go to the post office because I bought all of these shoes, and I broke my ankle. And they're all 4-inch heels. I can't wear any of them.
Okay.
So she has all these brand new shoes. So I packed them up in a box, and I have a Mother's Day card on it. And I said, it'll be a little bit late because I'm going Tuesday. And so I'll go stand in line. But even the way the lines are set up now, can't have more than 10 people in post office.
Right.
And since it's not a small box, it's not something that I could just drop off. It's a very large box because there's lots of shoes. So I was like, okay. But otherwise, I stay in my house. I will go out my little back door. It's like, breezy, cool. Okay, go back inside.
But even when you go out from time to time, how are you coping with the whole mask and glove? And, is it a whole theatrical performance or what's happening?
I put the mask on. I put the gloves on. I go into wherever I have to go. I have hand sanitizer that I'll sanitize my hands when I'm done doing whatever I'm doing, wherever I am. And then I'm done.
Okay.
I think that I don't get worried about it as much. My mother was a nurse. My daughter is a nurse. My daughter-in-law is a nurse. Her mom is a nurse. My fiance's mom was a nurse for 45 years. I just don't get in a panic.
And I get that, but there are nurses on the front line, there are healthcare workers on the front line. They're getting it. They're nervous. They're scared. There's not enough PPE. They're tired. What's your daughter and your daughter-in-law saying about what's actually going on?
What's breaking down the nurses' immune systems is that tired.
Yeah,
you're not getting enough rest. I mean, I just saw 2 twin sisters on NBC News this morning. They've been doing 50 hours. 50 hours. I'm like, together, they're doing 100 hours a week. And I mean, I understand this is the profession they chose.
Yeah.
Young man, he's from Georgia, and he went to the Bronx, and he's working that, and he's on his way back to Georgia. But when you're on the front lines, I served in the military. My boy served in the military. My dad served in the military. And you're on the front lines of anything. Your mindset cannot be, I'm in fear. Your mindset has to be, I'm determined.
Okay.
I'm determined. And so because we come from a military family, that's what I'm determined. I'm determined that but I also became an ordained minister. And before that, I'm from the South. And I was raised, you either go, fear and faith can't live in the same box.
Never.
It just can't happen. You either have faith or you have fear. I have full faith that this is going to pass. I don't know when. I don't have a date